We are continuing from the yesterday's about the Chakrasamvara. So, um, uh, as a Kunjin Chikitaba of the holiness, first holiness Chudra, which is described, he said, who are the eligible to can receive this empowerment? Is it the person who, generate the mind of enlightenment, the Bodhicitta, and the person who have what called the familiar with the training of the Bodhisattva. So, so that one is a main condition he put to that who can enter into the Vajrayana path. Main condition is a bodhicitta. I think reason is one of the main reason is particularly in the Vajrayana, as a can say kind of like those power or energy of the mantra is really strong. And so same time, you need the balance with that as a compassion, wisdom have to be balanced with the compassion. So Vajrayana is mainly based on the wisdom, but that wisdom is also union with the compassion. So this Chakrasamvara belong to the Anuyuga Tantra. And Anuyuga Tantra is divided into the four: Mother Tantra, Father Tantra, Union Tantra, and kind of like a Essence Tantra. So according to the Dugapemo Gabo, so like a Hari, oh wait, no, Guya Samaja as a father tantra, Mahamaya as a mother tantra, Kalachakra is a union tantra, and Chakrasamvara as a essence tantra, as a so he ordered that way. But normally we label as a Kalachakra, as a Chakrasamvara as a mother tantra. So what is mean the mother tantra and father tantra? How to divide? How to distinguish this? Lots of time using this belong to the mother tantra. This belong to the father tantra. So I think there's a lot of different description on that. But according to the Drupal Kapo, he said mainly emphasizing on the wisdom is the mother tantra, and mainly emphasizing on the method is the father tantra. So when it comes to the Vajrayana, mother and father of the gender, discrimination is based on the wisdom and method. So method as a label as a gender of the male, and wisdom as a label as a gender of the female, mother or father. So that based on that they said, and this what called discrimination of which class of tantra is belong to mother or father, So according to that one, and Chakrasamvara is I think belong to the mother tantra. It's based on that way. But it doesn't mean that Chakrasamvara not emphasizing on the method. You're not going to find any Buddhism practice which is a lack of one of those two, method and wisdom, because those two are like 2 feet. Without the one is a liking, other one cannot be use. So wisdom and method is like 2 feet. Also, sometimes we describing as a 2 wing of the bird can fly. So this really bring to the balance of our practice with the wisdom and method. Because if you go to too much on the method, you have dangers of falling to the eternalism. But when you go to too much on the wisdom, you have dangers of falling to the nihilism. So both of them are extreme and wrong, which is a what call them, you sidetrack from the path to the enlightenment. So the reason those how to bring those two is a kind of combination of a wisdom and a method. Like I mean, it later you will see every practice of the Vajrayana is basically divided into two: generation stage and the completion stage. So generation stage is mainly is a method, and the completion stage is mainly on the wisdom. But you're not going to find any generation stage without the wisdom of the completion stage. And you're not going to find any completion stage without the part of the generation stage. So those two are really kind of support each other. But what you emphasize the most is it become that is the practice. Like a generation stage, mainly emphasizing on the clarity, purity, divine pride of the deity. Make sense? But it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean there's no general completion stage. It is start with a completion stage, like almost Subhashita, Sarvadama Subhashita. That is a completion stage. Then when it comes to the completion stage, also there's a mini method of the part of the generation stage you using for the Tumu meditation, wind channel, Bindu, many things which is actually part of the generation stage. But by using them, you get to the completion stage. And even the completion stage without the sign, like a Mahamudra, you need the luminosity, what called in the Tibetan called the Selvicha. Selvicha, which is actually belong to the generous method. Make sense? So Selvicha and Tongvicha. So which is a um, Selvicha. How to say this?
Purity or clarity?
No, Selva is a luminosity and empty. So these two have to have even the signless, Mahamudra. Make sense? So that way you cannot actually those cannot separate. So this is a method of in the Buddhism. Either way, you can label this and that. That's just temporarily because of the certain degree of main emphasizing. So based on that, this one is a emphasizing as a mother tantra. Make sense? And uh, sometime in the Buddhism, like especially Zen tradition and advanced Mahamudra practitioner, seems like method are not necessary. Like Zen, they don't believe all the physical activities, including the prostration, circumambulation, is becoming distraction. Same way, in the advanced practitioner of Mahamudra, you're not allowed to do those things. You're not allowed to read the book. You're not allowed to do physical activity. You're not allowed to chant prayer. They become a part of the distraction. Milarewa said, son, when you meditate on the Mahamudra, do not engage in physical activity. Your non-conceptualized wisdom will be disappeared. So yes, that kind of a time, then you don't need a method. Like you need the stairway to get to the roof. Make sense? Once you get on the roof, you don't need a stairway. You have to let go. So those are advanced practitioners like Zen tradition and a Mahamudra tradition. Some of they describing and then not necessarily the method is an advanced practitioner who already reached up that level. Then you don't need. Make sense? Like once you master with your subject, you no longer need to go to school. Make sense? So your method of learning is no longer required. So that way, don't misunderstand that is can try to cover everywhere. Make sense? So so this region, either way, whatever we say, but still most important is these two must in what called the combination of wisdom and method, especially in the Vajrayana. In the Sutra too, like any when it comes to the Buddhist teachings, we divide it into three subjects. Yeah, all the Buddhist collection of the teaching called the three baskets: Vinaya, Abhidhamma, Sutra. So how to those practice Vinaya, Abhidhamma, Sutra is a training of the morality, training of the samadhi, training of the wisdoms. When actually goes training of the morality and training of the samadhi, it's a common practice, not just only Buddhism. Many religion practice, not just only Indian religion, even the Western religion, they practice those. They are great ethical monks in the Christian community. And some of those are really seriously practicing in the meditation. You know, their meditation is so simple. They how to they living is a small quarter, and they just dedicated. So I heard some of them are whole just live in the island just without any distraction. In the particularly, I heard this Greek Christian
Greek Orthodox.
Orthodox.
Yeah.
They have a lot of those meditators. So actually, training of the morality and training of the samadhi is a common practice. And just practice of the training of the morality and training of the samadhi alone, highest you get is a formless one. You never reach to the higher than formless realm, but it will change result if you practice this training of the morality and training of the wisdom with the wisdom and method. Make sense? Then wisdom and method bring them to the liberation. So the wisdom and the method is the key. I think a lot of subject based on the religion is common. I noticing two things uncommon with the religion, other religion with the Buddhism is a bodhicitta and emptiness. I never heard anyone talk except what called some part of the Greek mythology, with what called philosophy and Sufi philosophy. Those describe a little bit about the emptiness. But they're no really like no one really describing about the bodhicitta. So these two, I think my understand is these two make different distinguishing from the other religions. Bodhicitta and emptiness. So in the Vajrayana, if you practicing with these two, anything is become a part of the method. Anything you can do. So that way, some of Mahasiddha are fishermen. I heard some great Mahasiddha manifest as a form of a butcher. We already know that Dilupa was a fisherman. Make sense? And there are lots of pretend like they do this kind of occupation. Looks commonly really negative. But because their mind is filled with the bodhicitta and emptiness, they never be with this sin or negative karma because they know how to purify that one. So those are not easy. But what I'm saying is from the beginning to until the end, these two are necessary. Two subjects, wisdom and method, anywhere. So today we talk about the Chakrasamvara. Chakrasamvara practice basically divided into two this way, called the common preliminary practice, uncommon preliminary practice, and actually practice. Okay, so then of course conclusion too. But common preliminary practice. What are the common preliminary practice? According to the Chakrasamvara Tantra, common preliminary practice into those three: taking refuge, generating bodhicitta, and meditation on the full immeasurable. These are common preliminary practice according to the Chakrasamvara Tantra. So we already talked yesterday what is the taking refuge. Commonly general refuge as a Buddha Dhamma Sangha. And particular in the refuge of the Chakrasamvara as a Chakrasamvara himself as a Buddha Hiruka. And all the mantra as a Dharma, and all the Dakini are the Sangha. So those three are the three jewels of the, according to the Chakrasamvara Tantra. So this both are part of the Chakrasamvara's practice refuge, of the common refuge and special refuge. Sometimes we call the common refuge and Vajrayana refuge. Make sense? Most of the time Vajrayana refuge described on the three routes. But in the Chakrasamvara Tantra, they describe it this way. So you can refresh on your text on the page 13. It said in yogi, sacred mantra, and the Dagini. Those are talking about what called talking about the three jewels of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Make sense? So that is we take refuge to the three jewels of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Then the next two is the bodhicitta. And the benefit of sentient beings. That is called the one aspect of the mind. Sorry. To accomplishing the purpose of the all sentient beings, I will become Hiruka. So you purpose of the sentient being is called the compassion aspect mind of compassion aspect mind, and becoming Hiruka as the wisdom aspect of the mind. So with these two aspects of the mind, which is called the bodhicitta. Make sense? Mind to enlightenment. So that is we already talked, and the full immeasurable will come later, part of the accumulation. So it's not here. Then next one is there's called the uncommon preliminary practice. Uncommon preliminary practice, according to the Chakrasamvara, there's 4 uncommon preliminary practice called the will of protection, 1, purification through the Vajrasattva practice, 2, now one I forgot. That's really embarrassing. Will of protection. Okay, maybe later come. In this text, not necessarily going to have everything. Like yesterday, when we talk about the three purification. Only the body and mind purification is in the text, but speech part is not here. So sometimes because of the concise text, sometimes certain things cannot come there, but you have to remember this should be there too. I mean, that's part of that too. So that way I don't remember second one, but third one, third one is enter into the mandala, the Juji one. The Juji one is like in every sadhana have receiving the empowerment from the five Buddha family. That's so. One is I forgot now.
Is it in your notes?
Not necessarily those notes have this. Those notes are my tool to how to try to begin. No. Will of protection. Sungugumba. Dochisimbe konde.
可想可以，
Yeah.
比可想可以。
It's only in the Chakrasamvara Tantra. According to the Chakrasamvara Tantra, it's mentioned this one, but I have one forgot now. I wrote this one in the Vajrayana description in the text, the Vajrapani commentary. I wrote on there. So maybe later we'll remember. From there, first is we're going to talk today is the will of protections. So why we need the will of protections? I think one of the main reason, if you look the historically, when Buddha was meditating under the Buddha tree, Mara come disturb him. Why he doing that one? Because those beings are sentient beings. What is the sentient beings' biggest problem? Is we have this competition. We always have, nobody want to be above me. Jealousy. So we always have a competition of that. So a lot of those spirit, they don't like when we meditate, when we practice, because they knew if we practice, we are becoming higher than them. Make sense? So they don't like that part. So that way, there are many obstacles will comes when you practice in Dharma. So this kind of obstacle can, reduce through the meditation like will of protections. It helps. So that reason need, like I heard some people, some monks, young monks, when they are in the monastery, always have obstacles, like get sick, always some problems. One day they disrupt, all the sickness gone. Make sense? So when we become a more, devoted, devotion and sincere with the Dharma, there are more stronger obstacle will comes. So this reason we need a will of protections from this all the harm, then of course sometimes even the harm come from the human being too. Larger their man-made, harm because of the they call the what called the hate crime.
Hate crime.
Hate crime, yeah. Those are this is based on the faith and religion. Last time it created these things. So it meant human to human we face it. And non-human, there are many of non-human. They're not really pleasing to when we accomplishing something and they get jealous. So the reason they become destruction of our practice. I mean, this is we obviously know everybody about the Buddha's life story. When Buddha was meditating, Mara comes. There's so many different way to destructions, nice way, and evil way, many different way to, but Buddha defeat them. Now let get on you. Like we easy to lose with them. When like things go well, we become a really great practitioner. When some little problem comes, we give up. We easy to defeat from the Mara. Make sense? So we think, oh, once come to the Dharma, have to be everything smooth. And not necessarily will be have everything smooth. Sometimes it comes roughness. At that time, when you not give up, you will become successful. Anything. So including Dharma. So, but we need support for that. So what kind of here will of protection is he said, appears a great glorious Chakrasamvara, my five aggregate of the five Dhyani Buddha, and my five elements as the five Dagini, and my sense source as a Bodhisattva. And from the seat of a stable in whom at my heart emerge four Sumbani mantra, black, green, red, and yellow. They emanate into the four direction and transform into the indestructible Vajra fence. Ground, wave, dome, canopy, and spray of the wisdom flame become the vast protection sphere, solid, secure, and terrifying is
Pregnable.
impregnable of obstructor, even the Brahma. So why is it even the Brahma? From the within the samsara, Brahmin state is the highest. We have like normally we said four Maras, Indra, Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. Why they call the four Maras? Not necessarily they always say the evil, but they are the most powerful within their community. Shiva is the most powerful within the human realms. Vishnu is the most powerful within the demigod. Indra is the most powerful within the god realms. And Brahma is the most powerful within the form realms. Make sense? They are the most powerful. So sometimes they don't like to someone become more powerful than them. So through your practice, you can go above them. You can go to pass beyond them. So they don't like that. So that reason they disturbed you. So that way said even the Brahma means the Brahma is the most powerful.
Which is why they call them worldly.
Yes, they are worldly beings. Yes, I mean some Brahma, some Indra, some Vishnu, they receive the teaching from the Buddha. They become a Buddhism, but not everyone. Like one king can become a Buddhism, but other not. His successor. Make sense? So that way, it's not talking about it's also not saying it's a Brahma is always evil, Indra is always evil. It's not about that case. But this is just like an example. Make sense? Example of even the Brahma, mean one of the most powerful in the samsara. Sometimes because that they are samsaric being, they have also high and low emotion. So when they get to the low emotion, they can become bad. Yeah, they also can become bad. When they become a bad, they can be destructible. So even that kind of a destructible, powerful one cannot disturb this kind of visualizations. So first one is I said, my five aggregate as a five Buddha family. Form, feeling, perception, mental formation, and consciousness. So your form as a form is talking about the forehead. Here's the bindu, white bindu. So that way it's called the Buddha Bharojana. Feeling, I say, come from the navel is because the heat is come from the navel. So feeling is a part of the heat. So it's a navel as a Ranasambhava. Form feeling perception. Perception is a kind of like wind, move object to object. So wind element is located mainly at the throat. So that we call the Amitabha as a transform purity of the perception as a become a Buddha Amitabha. And the mental formation as a kind of activities. That activity is become purity of the activity become a Buddha Amanga Siddhi. Then mind is called a vital wind at the heart. So that way is a Vajrasattva, or sometimes you can call the Akshobhya at the heart. So this is your five aggregate asa transformed to the five Buddha family. Imputily five aggregate, putily five Buddha family form Dharajana, feeling, Ranasambhava, mental perception as a Amitabha, mental formation as a Amanga Siddhi, and consciousness as a Akshobhya. This is called the five aggregate transformed to the five Buddha family, and five. Now,
Where does Amoga City reside?
Amanga Siddhi is reside on the bottom of the feet because it's a part of the activities. Yeah. Yeah.
Is Guru Yoga the fourth uncommon pillar?
Yeah, I think Guru Yoga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. Wow, Julie, you normally really quiet, but today. Thank you. I think Guru Yoga. Yeah. So those. Okay. Then five senses. Yeah. Five. Not sorry. Five elements. So earth as a Sanjit Buddha Pali.
As who?
Buddha Pali. And water as a Mamanki. Fire as a Goyakarma. I don't know, that's their Sanskrit name, I don't know. And wind as a Tara.
That's four.
Taylor, you have it on the sheet I gave you.
Okay.
Just open it to the five Buddhas. It's. You see the
Yeah.
chart?
Perfect, thank you.
Do I have the female Buddhas?
Which word?
Then
No.
Nampa, Yingchuma. That's a Namka as a space.
No.
Yeah, space as a Yingchuma, which is a Dharma or something called, I think, in the Sanskrit.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah, Dharma or something called. Okay, then said sense source are the Bodhisattvas. So sense source mean the like eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and consciousness. Those are like eye as a purity of the eye, or free from the ignorance of the eye, which is called the Kishagarbha, Bodhisattva Kishagarbha. Nose as a Vajrapani, air as a Tibanamser. This some of Bodhisattva's name. So basically this eight Bodhisattva as a six sense faculty, yeah. So that is what is we call the five aggregate as a five Buddha family, five element as a five female Buddha, and all the sense factor as a Bodhisattvas. So this is the many time you can see. So those are when you transform or when you reach to the state of the Hiruga of the Chakrasamvara, then now your five aggregate will be the five Buddha family. And then now your five element as a five female Buddha. And then now your sense faculty, faculty
Yeah.
as a Bodhisattvas. And all our limbs are the Radfuls.
Okay.
Yeah. But limb is not mentioned in the text here. So from what they do is a visualizing is when you transform in this Hiruka, is the nature of that Hiruka. From the heart, there's hum syllable. From the hum, then manifests as a four mantra. Sumbani, Sumbani, hum hum pe. Girhana, Girhana, hum hum pe. Girhana by hum hum pe. Ane ho Bhagavan Biaraja hum hum pe. This four mantra. Those four mantra are like fence.
Right, do we need to remember the colors? Because we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Color is here.
Yeah.
So say that from the seed syllable hum and my heart emerged the four Subhani mantra. Four Subhani mantra is this four mantra is which is not here. It's funny. Yeah, so sometimes I told you it's not this text. It's called Subhani hum Girana. So this mantra is like a tall as a bottom of the mantra is on touching to the ground. What called the mandala of the earth, of the golden palette,
Mhm.
and top is reached to the above the top of the formless realm, called the five pure realm. Reach that tall wall, okay, four directions. So that wall is what is color is you can see it said black, green, red, and yellow. So black in the east, Sumbanya wall, black in color in the east side. Gehana as a after the black is a green on the north side because Amanga city is green. Then Gyana by Gyana as a in the north side, yeah,
Yeah.
west is a red, and Ane ho Bhagavan Biaraja is a yellow. So this is also matching with the four direction of the Buddha's color. Akshobhya as a blue, that way, black blue color of the mantra is one. And Amanga Siddhi is a green, that one mantra color also green. And Amitabha is red, that one mantra color is red. And Rana Sambhava is yellow, that one mantra color is also yellow. So this is like a huge, giant kind of the wall, much taller than Mexico wall. The US. Really, like you have to visualize that kind of wall. That's completely solid. The wall is so solid that even the air cannot flow through. That kind of wall you're visualizing. Then inside that, they emanate into the four directions, okay, transform into the indestructible Vajra fence. So that is the Vajra fence. If you see the mandala, like you painting or saying mandala, you see the Vajra around. That is symbol of this one. Completely, Vajra is a seal. So this is a Vajra is also, when come to a Vajra fence, visualize it on the mandala, Vajra is not, this is not touching. This is not touching. Did not touch. This five front, open one, really sharp. And this is like a wall is built thick and solid, and all the hole is filled with small water. Smaller, 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 the completely filled, even cannot touch so sharp. Solid, sharp, thick. Even cannot go through the air. So you don't think as a one water put there like wood fence. No, it's a water is completely sealed. And this sharp point is all the direction. Make sense? So sharp, and they are totally sealed. And many water inside the hole. So that way, there's no really space, even the floor, the air. That kind of water wall you have to visualize it.
But with the fence, is the 5-color wall surrounding all the way, or is it just the?
This is the mantra. This is a mantra, 5-color mantra, 4-color mantra.
Okay, so that's, this is
Yeah, 4 direction.
all 4 directions.
Yes, so
Okay,
seal
so
with
it's-
kind of each other.
Right, so there's 4 colors.
Yeah.
Wall.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, thank you.
And you. Okay, then it's the water fence, ground. It's also if you look the mandala, you see the 4 Vajra out of the ground coming out. That is talking about the Vajra ground. It's not just only 4, completely sealed. The ground is completely sealed with the form of Vajra, wave, dome, canopy, and this is like tent. Inside the wall, there's another tent. So the tent is between the wall and actually mandala, the inside. So you have to visualize the tent. And the wisdom flame is outside of the wall. Fire. And become the vast protection sphere, solid, secure, terrifying, is impregnable to obstruct it, even the Brahma. So that is then on midi visible benza benda home. This is a mantra of Vaja ground. Midi means the talking of the ground. Vaja ground. Why Vaja? Because indestructible nature of the ground. Vaja ground as the nature of the Vaja, which is mean the indestructible. And then beza pakra ra hum pam hum. This is talking about the whip. Beza penjara hum pam hum. This is Vaja tent. Beza bidana hum pam hum. And Kenobi, like around the tent inside. There's a Shora Zola term sometimes. It's a Vajra fence, seal complete Vajra fence, and Umbazan Zola Ana Lanka is a Vajra fire. So this is a mantra as a talk of visualizing as a willow protection with this mantra, and meditate as a willow protection. Of course, this is the according to the Vajrayanas, because in the Vajrayana you have to go with the mantra, mantra, and samadhi together, but also common way. One of the great willow protection is the bodhicitta, as yesterday I mentioned. So not just only this kind of protection. Also, meditating on the Bodhicitta is the best way to protect you from the any kind of obstacles. So that is once we build this one, now you have to accumulate the merit. So this is like this. When you practicing deity, it's called approaching. Approaching, you get closer to the deity. How do you get closer to the deity is more you eliminate your negative karma. Make sense? So how to eliminate your negative karma is by building positive karma. So how to build a positive karma is through the accumulation of a merit. So there's through the accumulation merit in the Vajrayana, there's a two way to accumulate the merit. One is called the pure field, and another one is called the impure field. So first one is a pure field. Pure field. So field of accumulation should be pure as enlightened beings. So they said, light radiate from the home at the heart of myself, appearing the hero god invited the guru and the gathering of the Chakrasamvara deity into the space before me. This is the pure field. Field, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, pure field of accumulation merit. Who are there is all your guru and mandala of the Chakrasamvara. And when you inviting, normally in the Vajrayana, these three are have to inseparable. Guru, deity, your own mind. Inseparable, you have to see. But here, because the part of the accumulation, so you don't have to see yourself as inseparable with them. You are the person who performing this offering. So to whom is a guru and deity? They must be inseparable. One is a manifest form of the guru, one is manifest form of the deity, but they are not two, they are one. Manifest is two way. So those inseparable of the guru and Chakrasamvara mandala inviting in front of you. Then normally what we do is, where's I lost my budget.
You just had it.
Yeah, I know.
To the left,
It's in the back.
left.
Oh, here. My the glass needed. So normally we do is this hold the vajra as a right hand, bell as a left hand. This is always hold the vajra and bell right hand because this is the right hand as a method, left hand as a wisdom. So symbol of a method is a vajra, symbol of wisdom as a bell. So always use it this way. So then you do this way. Vajra sama za. This is like hook, inviting that's fuel of offering. So you do the Vajra sama za. And also many times when we perform the mudra, except this seven universal monarch, except those, always do with the Vajra and bell. You perform the mudra. So this is the symbol of wisdom and method. Okay. Then it's first said Namo Guru Be. It means that I pay homage to my guru. You did prostration to the guru. Nama Shri Chakrasamvara mandala base. Pay homage to all the Chakrasamvara, glorious Chakrasamvara's mandala. It means that complete. Then we have here, because yesterday we talked about the blessings, already blessed all the offering. Done. Now here's offerings. So offering, there's a mudra called the circle of the lotus. What is the circle of the lotus? Is normally we do like this. This is called the circle of the lotus. According to my what I learned, maybe some other not going to agree with me, or what I learned, the circle of the lotus have a outer and inner circle. So outer circle is this way. This is called the outer circle. And the inner circle is this way. This, you see that breathe in, this is pushing out. So what is different is when you visualizing the offering object as a outside, like right now, we visualize the field of accumulation from us. Chakrasamvara and Guru. So we have to do offering circle of the lotus outside like this. So when you do outside like this, outer circulation, outer. Then you do the Om Shri Hiroga Sapare Ware Argams, offering for the water for the
Drinking.
uh,
Water for drinking.
yeah, water for drinking, thank you. Then Pardita Soha. Yeah. Pardita Soha, you have to snake like this. This is actually, when you're offering to the higher being, you have to snake like this. When you give into the lower beings, you have to snake down like this. Like there's one called the particular called the Torma to the hungry ghost and Torma to the spirit. When they do, you do snake this down. These days, lots of people, when they do this uh, mantra, kind of mudra, they do is Om Shri Dada Hero Sabarvara Arga Badita Soha, they do both like this. I see many do it. I don't think so that's correct.
So when we do it, we should have our,
I think when offering higher beings, you only do the like this.
okay.
This is a giving to the lower beings, do down. Because mudra have a really every single move have a meanings. So but these days lots of people doing both of them. So okay, so this baby mantra good outer like this. Om Shri Hiroga Sapariware. It means the Chakrasamvara and all the retinos. Argam Patita Sohas as a washing drinking waters and Padyams. Padyam should be like this. Yeah. Okay. And Patita Sohas. And Enzamana, last time doing like this. Enzamana.
Where's your hand start? Campbell?
Huh?
Where is your hand starting when you're going down? Your mouth or where do you start? When you,
Uh,
Can
yes,
you do a circle and then?
yeah, just circle like this and Enzamana so like this. Okay. Then Trochana is this like a sprinkled water. So these are in the Chakrasamvara and the sudden practice have these four waters. So you can see we're arranging four waters. Those are water for the drinking, water for the washing feet, water for the washing mouth, and water for the sprinkle on the offering object. Then you see the pushpam. Uh, uh, then you see the pushpam, you see the dhupam, you see the aloki, you see the gandhi, niviti, shata as a normal. You get this all is normal. And Holiness said actually, we Tibetan lots of time doing the drum is because of the burn tradition is really strong. So he said maybe Shabda should do this guitar too. So I don't know. It doesn't matter the music instrument, any kind of music instrument, you should do that one. So this is a normal offering, but the Argapati so Om Baza Argapati Sohas. Om baza enza mana patiza sohas, om baza tojana patiza sohas, om baza padim patiza sohas, om baza pushpa patiza sohas, om baza dubam patiza, om baza alogi patiza sohas, om baza yendis. Okay, this is called the offering object of what we see there. Tibetan is called the chushi niechu. Okay, offering object of the four water. Yeah.
Kabbalah, can you advise, I think, okay, in that middle paragraph with the offerings that you were just going through, at the
Yeah.
very last line,
Yeah.
after New Age, it goes Om Shri Haruka Sapayawada Praticha Soha. So one of those Pratichas, in the version I have on the internet,
Yeah.
it says Praticha Soha. Should one of those be Shabda, right?
too many partitas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, just
Yeah,
wanted to
Shabda Patita, so yeah.
confirm that, thank you, sir.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention on them, so, yes. Then the next one is called the 16 goddess. So, Ombazan. We need the dealer. I think it's Ombazan weenie, no? Ombazan weenie as a guitar.
Yeah.
Ombazan weenie home best.
It's like a
Ombazan,
vina.
yeah, Bina, yes. Ombazan washi mean the flute. Ombazan washes. Ombazan midangi. These two are also mixed with the zanga and the ngachi.
Yeah,
One
so
is a
what's this
big
drum?
drum, yeah.
And then-
Midangi as a big drum.
Yeah.
And then Ombazan muraze as a small drum.
Yeah.
Then Ombazan hases, normally. Ombazan lasses.
Last
Ombazan gildis.
dancing.
Dingsha. Ding 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 ding.
Yeah.
Ombazan nirdi is dancing.
Oh, near it.
Nirdi is dances. Then you see here Ombazan pushpe. So I told you this, when it comes to pushpe, it's become female. So talk about the goddess. Pushpam, it's just flower.
So what is hase and what's lase?
Hase is a shape. Lase is a gesture of a grace.
Okay, Grace.
Yeah, grace gesture. And hase, lase, gidi is a dingsha, nirdi as a perform, and the pushpam as a flower, dube as a incense, dibam as a candle, gandhi as a perfume, and after that, rubab as a form, is a miru, rubab right hand. Yeah, rubab it's like this is miru. Rubab as a home best. Rasi bezas, food. And sapashi bezas as a cloth. And tamadado bezas as a triangle.
And what does that represent? The
Triangle is a phenomena.
phenomenon?
Yeah. So this one doesn't have the sound. I don't know why.
And
From
we
the
should
father.
not have our, we should, when we're doing this, just our hands, no bell, no vajra, just,
This DK red, so yeah, think about it. Does it tribu? I think it's okay. Dila. I think except seven universal monarch mudra always carrying the vajra and bell. When seven universal monarch, nobody carry the vajra and bell. Except that one, every mudra you should carry the vajra and bell normally. So we should try to do this like said Omo chere hero ga sabare ware argam Enzamana Trojana Padem Purpam Dupam Alogam Gende Nivede Shaka Padivrasohas. So then other ones are Om Bazawini, Hum Pa, Om Bazawaje, Hum Be, Om Bazamidaje, Hum Be, Om Bazamuraze, Hum Be. Om Bazahase, Hom Be, Om Bazalase, Hom Be, Om Bazagirbe, Hom Be, Om Bazanirde, Hom Be, Om Bazabushbe, Hom Be, Om Bazandurbe, Hom Be, Om Bazandibam, Hom Be, Om Bazangende, Hom Be, Om Ruba Baza, Hom Be, Om Rasa Baza, Hom Be, Omo Sapashe Baza Home Be, Omo Dama Tato Baza Home Be. This is so the 16 goddess we have a photo there.
yeah.
On this. So they are offerings. So this all is a part of the offerings called the outer offerings. With the 16 goddess.
There's a question from Zoom about that.
Yeah.
Kirby actually put it up and said, is it the 16 offering goddesses? That's the lute goddess, the flute goddess, the clay drum goddess?
Yes.
Ground drum?
Yeah.
All that, okay, thank you.
Lute, flute, drum, Another drum,
Two drop.
double drum. Then that's called the outer offerings. The inner offerings said Om Penja Amrita Puja Meka Samudra Saparana Samaya Homes. So this five nectar. I think five nectar as a five dakinis, five female Buddhas. Mama Gi as a green, uh, 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 Tungima, Sujima, Pandoma. So this five nectar as a five female dakinis as a form of five nectar. So this five colors. So that we call the Panja. Panja means the five. Uh, uh, five nectar. So Panja means the five. Amrita means the nectar. Puja means the offering. Manga means the like a boundless, like a measureless offering of the extensive samudra. It's like an ocean, like samudra, and mega samudra safara samayi homes and condiment holder. So offering to the all this to five nectar basically is called the inner offerings. Then here said Om Savatata Gata Anuragana Beza Subawa Atma Goham. So this is talking about the Om Savatata Gata mean the all the Buddhas. Anuragana mean the great Jesu Chapa. Great patient, and which is the Vajra Subhaus, the nature of the Vajra. Atma Koham means I am that nature, I'm that inseparable. So this is all the compassion and emptiness. So when talking about the anuraga, ragana is a great passionate. So passionate is talking about the compassion, and Bhadra Subhawa is talking about the emptiness, nature of emptiness, a vital nature. So these two are, and I am inseparable with that. Atma Koham means that I am inseparable with that. So I'm nature of that one. So you are visualizing on that. Actually, this what called that nature on the decorative suchness, meditation on the decorative suchness. So this called the three different offerings. Outer offering as a all those we arrange water and all those called the four water offering, and 16 goddess, this called the outer offerings, and inner offering as a five nectars, and sacred offering as a meditation on the empty nature. So this is a three different offering to the mandala of the Chakrasamvara. Then this five range of the tantric is called I take refuge in Buddha Dharma Sangha Supreme Assembly until ultimate enlightenment, give rise to bodhicitta in order to fully. Oh, sorry. I take refuge in the three jewels confessing each and every wrongdoing. I rejoice in the virtue of the being will hold the Bodhisattva and Buddhas and Bodhisattva dear to my heart. So these are called taking refuge, confessing, and rejoicing. Now, I hold the Buddha and Bodhisattva in my heart. I take refuge in Buddha Dharma Supreme Assembly of the Enlightenment. This is Mahayana refuge. I give rise to bodhicitta in order to fully accomplishing the purpose of other in myself. Having given rise to the supreme mind of bodhicitta, I welcome all sentient beings. This is bodhicitta, the fourth one. And the last one I said, I will practice the supreme bodhicitta conduct acting in the with the kindness. Also, this is the action bodhicitta. And I will attain the enlightenment for the benefit of all beings as a dedication. So this is called the 5 branches of the Vajrayana. According to I think this is according to the Hevaja Tantra. This is from the Hevaja Tantra. So take refuge, 1. Confessing all the wrongdoing, 2, and rejoicing to the others' merit, 3, generating mind of enlightenment of the bodhicitta, 4, and dedication. These 5 called the 5 perfection of the Vajrayana. As every empowerment you see this one, you know, this because according to the Hevaja Tantra, every path are stage by stage. Even the Vajrayana, you cannot jump to the direct to the Vajrayana. Every Vajrayana is like that. You know, you have to go first as a basic training. Then you go to the Mahayana teachings. Then you get to the Vajrayana. Because the reason is if you don't have a basic teaching like a refuge for immeasurable, refuge for immeasurable, bodhicitta, refuge for immeasurable, for training of the mind, if those kind of teaching is not stable in your mind, bodhicitta not become stable. Make sense? Yeah, so it's a really fragile, really unstable practice. When your bodhicitta is unstable, your tantric practices also become unstable. So like yesterday we had a discussion. When you build a building on the ice, you know, it not become unstable. It's not become stable. Sorry, English language is really tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah, it not become stable. So if you want to be stable, must build the foundation good. So this reason, every tantric, you will see this one. So first one said, I want to take refuge. It's just common refuge. It's including all the taking refuge, confessing wrongdoing, rejoicing other merit. All this is talking about all the Hinayana path, including all the Hinayana path in here. Then second one said generated bodhicitta, as I talking about all the Mahayana path. Then after that, then you know actually enter into the mandala of the empowerment. So every empowerment have this preparation of this 4. Then after that, said the field of accumulation dissolve into me. Okay, so here, if you look at the extensive text, then you see here 4 immeasurable practice. The 4 immeasurable practices called accumulating the merit with the impure field. Because by meditating loving kindness, compassion, and equanimity, joy, and equanimity toward the sentient being, you will accumulate the tremendous of a merit through that. But feel is impure beings because the sentient beings. So that way, there's a 2 way to accumulate the merit, a 2 way to accumulate the merit with the pure field as a mandala of the Chakrasamvara, and impure feel as a sentient beings. Make sense? So that is in this text is because of the short, so it's not there. But you can visualize it here, meditation on the four immeasurable: loving kindness, compassion, joy, equanimity. You know, so today we don't have time, so we don't need to go to detail on those four immeasurable. And most of people already know about those four immeasurable. Yeah.
Is that before you dissolve?
Huh?
Is that before you would just?
Yeah, after you dissolve
After.
the fuel of accumulation of the pure one dissolve to you, then you meditate for immeasurable, for to the sentient beings. So this is like this. I'm really fortunate. I have this great merit, good karma that bring me to the Dharma, have chance to practice Dharma, have wisdom and the condition enough to I can receive, I can practice, I can study. I have all those great opportunity. I'm really fortunate one. But there's many sentient beings who are suffering and have lack of this kind of fortunate, lack of this kind of condition, lack of this kind of circumstance. So I want to help them. That is a truly, meditation on the loving kindness. Make sense? Otherwise, when we said loving kindness, always think something that based on your own interests. When you see this way, then there's no your interest. Yeah, you try to be grateful yourself when you get chance, opportunity. Those now you want to share this is to the sentient beings. Then actually practice. And then share the Omasubhashita, Sarvadhamma Subhashita. According to the Pauzula Tengwa, the one of the Kamakuni master, he said this is a completion stage of the without the sign of the Mahamudra. Omasubhashita, Sarvadhamma Subhashita. So generation stage start with the completion stage. Reason is it because these two are cannot be separated. Generation stage and completion stage. So with this, then I think you can read visualization part. Maybe we just read together. If you have a question, then we can ask. Yeah.
My body gradually
Dissolve into whom the nature of the mind awareness which melt into the nada straight abiding in the space. From the clear and empty state of all the phenomena arise intensely blazing protection spray of the vital ground, fence, drum, wave, canopy, and mass of fire. At this inter space, wind, fire, water, earth, and Mount Meru, upon which
arise a variegated lotus
and across water. At the center of that arises the room, which arises the great immeasurable palace made of the
Various precious substances,
brilliant and complete of the two characteristics. Outside of the sphere of the lotus and the vata, mass of the fire and the charnel ground.
inside the palace.
At the center is a multicolored lotus, is the sun, is in the Bhagavan and Kalaratri,
as its feet.
upon which is the mandala of the sun, moon, and the white cloud and the red consonants. As an instant mandala of my awareness entering and transformed into the water with the brilliant blue home
At
in the
its
center, the light emanated from the big offerings to the Buddha and Bodhisattva
beings.
light gathered back and dissolved into the seed syllable. The moon, sun, seed syllable, and the implement transformed into my rise as a transcendent and conqueror, Chakrasamvara, outshining the radiance of the clear sky. I have one face, three eyes, rare fangs, My crowns are adorned with the jewel and the brass souls bound by the garland of the Fathers along with my heads.
And at the top of my hair is a knot adorned with a jewel. The front with a cross vajra, and
The left with a crescent moon, holding a vajra and bell in my hands. I embrace the consort. With my left leg bent, I tread Bharami's head.
And with my right leg
Stretched and stand at the Kalabati breast. A beard and 6 channel ground adorned with those
Tiger skins,
in the garland of the 50 fresh served heads ground on my neck. I am endowed with the 9 expressions of the dance. In the front of my hips is a crown colored Raja Yogini with 1 face and 3 eyes. Half my hair is
flows down loose.
and the other half is bound up with 5 giant skulls.
embracing the neck of the yak. Her left hand serves the skull cup filled with the nectar of my mouth. And the right hand is a threatening gesture,
Fiercely
Brandishes a
curved
curved
knife with a vajra handle.
Her
Her left leg is outstretched and her right leg is wrapped around the yap. Blissful and endowed with the youth of the 16-year-old, her beauty is extraordinary. She is naked and bound in the blood and wears the garland of the 50
dry
skull and the 5 mudras.
The avenue are adorned with the major and minor marks,
silken
scars.
Their
The blissful union of wisdom and means is magnificent, like an apocalyptic fire. In front is the blue Dakini, to the left is green Lama, behind is a red Kandaro,
and to the right
is yellow Rupini.
Each has 1 face and 3 eyes
and
and
menacing lines. Hair,
Bears wings, hair flying loose, the crown ornament of
dry
The skulls and the garland of the 50 dry skulls and around the naked. They take the bandage salute to the space curved knife in the right hand and the left there holds the hard skull carved filled with blood. And the katanga is into the crop in the left
arm,
the body is naked in the censure of the deer endowed with the 50 syllables. With the right leg outstretched and the left leg bent, it hands a majesty of a cross.
upon moon discs in the fourth.
Intermediate direction and the vast field with the 5 nectars at the top, the skull cup filled with the 5 meats. At the forehead, every deity of the moon disc with the white home, at the throat, lotus, and a red arm. At the heart is the center of the crown of Vajra is a blue home.
In the heart of the yap are white om high the forehead, yellow namahi are the crown, red so on both shoulders black bosaki, at both eyes crimson home, and at all limbs green head At the navel of the youth is the red om cloud.
At the heart of the
blue
Kayum, at the mouth is a white shape bone, at the head is a yellow silver shape, at the crown is a green home, and on the limbs are green head. So this maybe we try to go a little bit. So basically this all is at the beginning is talking about the will of protection. We talk. So all is visualizing. And center of this wheel of protections, and you visualize it as a 4-element mandala. On the top of the 4-element mandala, then you see the Mount Meru. On the top of the Mount Meru, then you visualize it as a Chakrasamvara mandala. That is how sitting on the Chakrasamvara mandala. Okay. When we visualizing, one thing is the wheel of protection, often like a fence, tent. You have to visualize it. They are so open space. There are no crowd. There are no lot of space. It's so vast, so open, but so also profoundly protecting space. Then I think Moses is easy to understand, yeah?
Yes, just one question that's not so easy.
Yeah.
The nada of my awareness.
Yes.
If we can talk about the nada, but also not only that in relationship to the bindu, and how does it become the most secret refuge?
Which one's more secret refuge?
That's later, but right now on page 18, second paragraph, in an instant, the nada of my awareness enters it and transforms into a vajra with a brilliant blue hole at its center. This is the nada of awareness.
See, so, inside the palace as the center of the multicolored lotus and the sun disk, the Bhagavad color Adri as a seat oven, which is the mandala and the sun, moon, and the white vow and red consort. I'm instant the nada of my awareness enter into the transform into. So this one, when you visualizing you transform into the empty nature. When you transform in the empty nature, it doesn't mean that your consciousness is totally vanish. Your consciousness is becoming like a nada. Nada is invisible. It's kind of like it's kind of seed like that. So that is your awareness. It means the awareness means your consciousness. So the only left is the invisible, no form, no color, the nada. That is called the empty nature. So I think this have a many reason why we have to visualize the empty before the visualization.
Visualize or experience?
No, this is you have to visualizing. Experiences come after the realization.
I don't want to confuse this, but in some of the practices they talk, and I think it's here, where you're picturing a reddish light, very teeny tiny, but you're holding it up. Is that
That is a different
different?
case.
Okay,
That is when you learn how to concentrate,
okay.
like a shamatha meditation. This is there nothing left.
Okay.
Only that nada. Is like one way dissolution. We said hum dissolve into the shabu and until to the nada. Nada is become invisible. That nada toga.
Okay.
That nada is your own consciousness.
Okay.
Is this kind of like a practice of dying and then being?
Yes, this is called the Dharmakaya Bardo. It's called the Dharmakaya Bardo. Same as the Dharmakaya Bardo. So that is nada is talking about your own awareness, mean that your consciousness into the transform into the Vajra with a brilliant blue hum. Vajra is a hint implement, hum syllable. And the center of the light emanate from that, make offering to the old Buddha and Buddha syllables. Light gather back and dissolve into the seed syllable. Then moon, sun, seed syllable, and implement transform. So there's a moon and sun disk, and the moon and sun disk first hum. Hum transform, if you do the elegantly, hum transform to the Vajra, blue in color. The Vajra have a center of the Vajra here is a hum mark. So implement is talking about the Vajra. Here is talking about the Vajra. Vajravarahi is talking about the hook knife implement. And that with the hum syllable transform to the Chakrasamvara. The Vajra transform to the Chakrasamvara. So and here said, my crown is adorned with a jewel, dry skull bound. I think, I'm not sure Chakrasamvara have a jewel, but even have Chakrasamvara have a jewel, it's only on the top of those 5 crowns, maybe some jewel there. But some, I saw one commentary said, Vajravarahi have the jewel. But Chakrasamvara, I don't know, there's a really jewel or not. You can see the photo of Chakrasamvara and try to see that one. Okay. adorned with jewels. And so from that across the Vajra in the left, the crescent moon holding the Vajra and bell under my hand, embracing the concept of the with my leg. Huh?
Where does the canopy go? Does that go over the? I never quite get the canopy.
So canopy is when you look the mandala image, you not see the canopy.
Okay, so
It's invisible.
it's over.
But this is between the wall and the palace.
Oh, it's between it,
Yeah, between the wall and palace, the canopy is there.
all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vajra, fence, tent, canopy, all this is between the wall and palace. It's not invisible when painting.
What is the function of canopy?
And the,
What does it symbolize or what is its function?
This is just a protection, seal completely.
Okay.
Yeah, floor, wall, top, completely seal.
okay,
Because outside there's a fire and a wall, but it's not have a seal with a roof. So canopy is a tent, it's completely sealed.
The canopy is round or
It's like a dome.
I don't know.
Yeah.
thank you. Does the mansion itself have, enlightened activity coming out of it? Or is it the beings within the mansion and the mandala, or is the mansion itself also sending out energies and blessings?
The palace.
Yeah, the palace.
It's a palace, complete mandala. It's a mandala, it's not talking about the one house,
Right,
whole universe.
okay.
So within there, everything is there, inside there.
But the things themselves, are they emanating?
Oh, this is
Wow.
mostly it's a hard seed syllable.
Okay.
Mostly from the seed syllable of the deities.
Okay.
The radiating light, the inviting the wisdom beings, all those are seed syllable from the seed syllable of the deity. So this one is maybe you don't understand. Is in the bottom of the page 28 said, I bared the 6-channel ground adorned as a loose tiger skull skirt and the garland of the 50 fresh silver head around my neck. So what is the 6-channel ground adornment?
Shattered bones.
Yes, so it's a Chakrasamvara have a 6 bone ornament. Let's talk about that. Like I think crown 1, earring 2, necklace 3, bracelets 4, sasha 5, and
Anklets.
human ash.
Oh, ash.
Human ash. Bracelets is both together, hand and foot. Yeah, human ash. 6. 1 crown, earring 2, necklace 3, bracelet like arm and leg.
Yeah.
4, belt 5, and human ash 6. So those called the 6-channel ground adorn.
But isn't, okay, no, you said ash, all right, never mind. I swallow my question.
Yeah. Then 9 mood or dance is it talk about the physically appearance, speech, and mind. So mostly it's physically it's the Chakrasamvara is a wrathful. So it's a kind of like appearance of the wrathful appearance, and also speech is a more like a wrathful, threatening their so to speak. But mind is a peaceful, compassion, and caring. Mind mood is a more like a peaceful. You have to see it that way. So this is called the 9 mood. And when come to the Vajrayogini in the page 19, paragraph 1, 2, 3, third one, in the last sentence said, Advaba, she is naked, fond of the blood, and wears a garland of the 50 dried skull and 5 mudra. This is also talking about the 5 bone ornament. Is the name as a 5 mudra. Vajrayogini, Vajravarahi doesn't have a human edge on her body, so there were only 5. So Vajravarahi is a little bit different. It's they is called the crown chakra. In the crown, she have 1 chakra. Okay, so this so 5 crown. Those are part of that chakra. Crown wheel, earring, necklet, sasha, bracelet. Those are called the 5 mudra in the Vajravarahi. I think Moses see, and the blissful. As the blissful union of the wisdom and it means as a magnificent like a
Apocalyptic.
apocalyptic fire. So this fire is not the same as a wheel of protection. This fire is actually producing from their own body. It's called a wisdom fire.
Like
In the
a
front,
like a fire at the end of time.
yes, end of the Gelba. And the front is a blue Dakini, left is a green Dakini, behind is a red Dakini, and right is a yellow Dakini. As also this 4 Dakini is called the 4 in Latin activity. Manifest kind of like those Chakrasamvara and Vajravara has a 4 in Latin activity as a 4 color.
Are they always outside of the body or can they be?
It's
considered-
around.
Okay, not
around.
inside.
Inside the mandala.
Okay,
Inside the mandala,
okay.
they are separate from the Chakrasamvara and Vajravara's body. So this is it, and of course, this one, you have to go through this characteristic of the generation stage as a clarity, purity, divine pride, nature of empty, and what called the inseparable. So those characteristics we must see, and this clarity is I mean we have to train as a try to clearly visualizing, and purity. The meaning of the purity. If we have time, maybe we can go tomorrow morning or sometime from the word of my perfect teacher, the Dharmakiti, word of Dharmakiti. In the word of Dharmakiti, the Dharmakiti describe really great way to purity of the meaning of the purity. Why Chakrasamvara like that? There's a detail there. So we can, if we would have time, we can go through there from that. Yeah.
Okay.
Double at this page, you have a lot of notes.
Which page?
This page. You
Yeah,
have
yeah.
notes throughout.
Yeah. Because I think we can go tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Well, tomorrow we are a little busy. Tomorrow.
Oh, are you at page 20 yet?
Not yet. Yeah, actually, we are on the page 21.
Well, before you go to page 21, on
Yeah.
page 20, it says that all of the deities have Omahum. Then says the syllables, the Chakrasamvara says, and does not mention Vajravari.
Yeah. So this one is called the Kochelha protection deity. So this one you can visualize it as a deity, or you can visualize it as a mantra itself. So like here, thank you. So like basically Omahum, it's all the deities. Then and said the heart of the center of the cross Vajra as a blue home, and the heart of the yup are the white umbam, at the forehead is a yellow namahe, and at the crown is a soha hu, and both shoulder is a black bokcha he, and both eyes crowned hu ho, and the limb green pet. This is yup. Okay, so that is the Chakrasamvaras. So this one, when you visualizing this mantra, you have to visualize it between the skin and muscle, not outside, between skin and muscle, according to the Gyabarambuch's instruction. This so you have to visualize it between skin and mantra. And when talking about the limb is talking about the 8 joints, like a shoulder joints, eyebrow joint, and this wrist joint. Um, yeah, eight joint. Tsuchige, yeah, sorry. Tsuchige is a 8 joint. Eyebrow, elbow, shoulder, 2 side, 4, and hips and knee. Yeah, this one. And here said, after that path, he said, at the navel of the yum, that's a Vajravarahi. So you then said, heart is a blue yum, yum, at the mouth is a shim mom, and the head is a yellow shim, and the crown is a hum, and the limb as a pet, also the same. This is Vajravarahi. So both of them. So the limb is the same. There's 8 great joint as a limb, talking about the limb. So all the joint is marked with the. This is basically called the wacha. It's a color armor. Armor mantra. So you are protected from with the like we wearing the what called the blush
The armor, the
blood
knight.
cheap. Yeah.
So this is the normal body then, between the skin and
No,
the,
Chakrasamvara.
okay.
Yeah, you already transformed Chakrasamvara. No longer normal is
So the
exists here.
skin is, fine.
Yeah, of course, Chakrasamvara is manifests as a form, so you have to visualize it that it's not like flesh skin, but it's just the location. Is it like between the skin and the flesh
Okay.
in that area? And in the Vajrayana, you inseparable of the deity and mantra is true. So that way you can visualizing mantra itself, or you can visualize it as a deity according to their name mentioned here. So the time's out.
Well, There's been a question on Zoom,
Yeah.
from yesterday afternoon, actually, if you would give the reading loom. I know you said the teaching is a form of the loom, but I just wanted to ask since
Yeah.
yes.
So this complete mandala of the is also 5 Buddha family. So we just visualizing as the mandala itself. That mandala is the Buddha Berujana because Buddha Berujana is the embodiment of the all in Latin form. Yeah, so that way the mandala is the form. So that way this is a mandala is the Buddha Berujana. Then second one is the empowerment. So here empowerment said pimp. So this one is a called with the blazing mantra recitings. Blazing mantra recites as called there is called the mudra, mantra, gazing, and feet. There's a kambe chaja, labe chaja, mingi chaja, and so kambe chaja feet mudra is a big toe of the left is a bottom and the right toe is a top. So basically sit like this, and the toe is a pressing down. That's called the mudra of the feet. Then hand mudra is called the blazing of the fire. It's a kind of like a basically go up like this. So that is what is a blazing of the fire. It's a mudra.
Is that also the same as the pet mudra?
Yeah. This is pet here. So so pen. So this is blazing of the fire, and eye mudra is a gazing up. When you doing this one, so you do this. Then mouth mudra is the same pen. So this four mudra, inviting to the empowerment deity with the 4 mudra. Feet as a pressing left toe by right toe, and eye gaze up, hand the breathing mantra, and from the mouth vocally said pem. These 4 together with the 4 mantra and inviting the empowerment deity.
Could you show us, because I've seen it different ways, when we do Za Hong Bam Ho, the mudra?
Yeah, it's coming. Okay, so here, radiating from the home at my heart, inviting the Vira, Yogini, and 10 direction of the empowerment deity into the space before me. So Vira as a Chakrasamvara, Yogini as a Vajavarahi, and all the retinue of the Dakinis, dark Dakinis. They are in the Chakrasamvara mandala, they are the empowerment deity invited in front of you. So this is, the directly word also mentioned that way. Normally we said Buddha, Bodhisattva, Radhu invited for the empowerment deity. Here is a Chakrasamvara, Vajavarahi, form of Chakrasamvara. All the Buddha manifest a form of Chakrasamvara, and all the female Buddha manifest a form of Vajavarahi, and all the Bodhisattva, and those are Daka and Dakini as also Radhus. They manifest that one. And inviting in the before the space, before the request of the empowerment. Once you invite them in front of you in the space, then you offering again the same one. You know, there on the Winnie home, on the Wanshi home, on the Minaji home, on the Murazi home, on the Hasu, on the Lasso home, on the Girdi home, on the Nirdi home, on the Pube home, on the Dube home, on the Diba home, on the Gende home, on the Rubab as a home, on the Rasab as a home, on the Sapashib as a home, on the Damanda do as a home pass. Then said Za home bomb holes. Za as a hook, hung as a lasso, bomb as a chain, and hoe as a bill.
What is it?
Hoe is like hand, yeah, hand, back to back.
Like so.
So what is you visualizing? I say all the beings, you know, wisdom beings inviting to the samayas. So that is like a hook put on here. You know, lots of they have ornament. So just put on the chest ornament and bring toward to the close to you. Za, when you say za, all the wisdom beings to come to the close to the samaya beings. And then hung is a lasso, tie them together. You got to tie them together. And a hoe is a chain, make them inseparable. And then Zahum bum, make them inseparable with the chain. Ho, delightful. Make sense? So this is for mantra and with the for samadhi. And said the wisdom and commentary being become inseparables. Yoga Shukra Savatama wisdom. And here's an Omasawatata gata abichika some to the tumam is mean the requires. And by being supplicated, empowerment deity hold a load of the field of the nectar and proclaim that just as we both at the Tathagata when they are born, you know, like when Buddha was born, received a blessing, so similar way, and will be bathe you with pure water of the God. Savatagata Abhijana Samashiri homes and bestow the nectar of Bodhicitta. Saying by this bestow the empowerment, the nectar are filled with the body and purify the defilement of the empowerment deity, then they become the supreme nectar of the great bliss and deserve into being. From the overflowing, the nectar arising crown ornament Ashubhya on the principal lord of the talk of the Chakrasamvara, Berojana in the Yung of Vajavarahi, and the Ranasambhava on the four Dakinis. So this is the crown ornament. And here's one offering. For water offering and 16 Dakinis offering. Of the outer offering and inner offering is called you see the page 23 said the nectar offerings. I offer the kind root and all the glories of the holy lineage guru Ahu. In this time you hold the Vajra and bell, and right now I don't have a Kabbalah with me, so that Kabbalah with the nectar hold in this left hand. Then when you said the you do with this ring finger touch to the nectar and open to like this. Left hand. Hold the left hand. The bowl hold in the left hand. No, you're wrong.
Kumbula, you're holding the bowl in the right hand.
Oh, right hand. I mean, so
It's right hand and then the ring finger of the left hand.
yeah. You're right. You're left, my right.
Yes.
So here it says offering to all the lineage guru. When said after the lineage guru, you see the Umishiri Bezahir Bahom, but I use Alasamra Soha, offering also. Here, is not blessing, offering, okay? So offering to them. Mishirba the hero Roma Zala Savara offering to the Chakrasamvara, Beza Barotana, Beza Barotana, as an offering to the Vajabarahi, then Lame Kenore Rubini and Rubini sister for the genius. So Dagini Lame Kenro, Rubino and Sarwa Tamapalai all the wisdom protector like Aji and Mahakalas. So offerings. So I mean here said offer the sprinkle in the inner offering with the ring finger of your left hand with each Ahu, when you say Ahu. So this is that way when you're doing Chakrasamvara, front of you need a Kabbalah. Small one or big one, doesn't matter. Kabbalah full with the nectar. So every time when you come to the inner offering, you have to do this one. Then after the offering, here's called here it's called the 8 verse praise. 8 verse praise. This one is translated into the Tibetan, so that way in English. But normally, most of sadhana of the Chakrasamvara, these 8 verses praise come with the Sanskrit. In the way Sanskrit or the English translation, this one is many times in the Chakrasamvara Tantra, they call a root mantra. Deity's root mantra. Root mantra is basically involved of a meaning of a praise. Praise?
Praise.
Praise. Meaning of the praise as a root mantra. Then and SM mantra is come later. So, but I think today we cannot finish. So just stop here and we'll manage something later. Maybe tomorrow or sometime. Because today is impossible to finish now. Already noon. Yeah?
And some of this becomes more and more clear when you're practicing
Yeah.
it.
So this
Like
afternoon
now
we'll
is into
practice, but I think tomorrow morning we'll see tomorrow morning how things goes. Okay. So I want to finish this one. Anything else, but I want to finish this one. Then other things can start because then there's some other important part of the practice. So it's coming. So we're going to discuss a little bit more about that tomorrow about this press and there's also come short information, short meditation on the Tumu and recitation mantra. So we'll talk about that a little bit more because that is the most important part of the actually practice. So we'll see tomorrow.